friends. We are in the December daily season, or almost. I feel like we're in the season already. I've got my new kit. I already did a video on that, and I have some ideas of what I want to do with that. But first, I wanted to take a look at my December daily 2024 and see where I'm at. It's almost completed. Last year was the first year that I actually did foundation pages, I think. Or no, maybe the year before. Anyway, I used to just kind of wing it starting in December, and I would never finish my album. So I have found that having a few foundation pages does really help me. And I don't know why I resisted it for so many years. I think just because I always thought, well, I don't know what my story is going to be, but at least you have a starting place, right? When I don't have foundation pages, okay, yeah, I didn't know what the story was going to be, but then I sit down and I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do with this page. So anyway, all that to say, last year was the first year I think that I really got most of my album done. All of this was done by the end of December, beginning of January, with the exception of a few days, and I'll take you through and show you. So I'm working in the 10 by 8. I love this print so much. I actually got the 6 by 8 that was similar to this a couple years back. I'm trying to look at my shelf. I think it was, well, I have it marked 2022, but that's not necessarily when that came out, because I interchange albums. But anyway, I love this pattern so much. So let's take a look inside. I apologize for the glare. It's kind of hard to not have a glare when you're working with transparencies and page protectors. So I started off with this fun die cut, December Daily 2024, and I actually stamped on it and also embossed. So I've got a bunch of gold glitter stars on there, and I did attach this to a transparency. You can see I stitched that right along the side and added this cute ornament. I left a note for myself to add palm fringe. So I hadn't planned on having this sheet right here. I was going to have this right on top of my table of contents. But then I had this adorable photo of my dog, one of my dogs, by the fireplace. And I just thought it went so well with the table of contents that I wanted to add it. So I ended up adding this pattern paper behind here, and I left a note for myself to add some palm fringe, which I think I'm going to do, probably stitch it along the side. So I've got that. I've got my table of contents. You can see I've got it just about all done. Use that fun die cut and some embellishments. Yeah, I really love this gold star paper. So going into day one is all about advent calendars. I basically just took a photo, added that fun felt number 1. Can't remember if that was that from last year or the year before. I don't remember. I keep everything together. It was probably from last year. And then I paired it with this journaling, which I know it's hard to see in a video, but I actually foiled this. I got myself a ink machine, and I have a pretty inexpensive laser printer here, and that was a lot of fun. I did a couple spots where I did foiling. So added this little tab on the edge, and this was a new stamp that I purchased last year. Look at my stamps. I love the whimsical script. I think this one's it. Yes, here it is. This one is from, Retro Hip Company. I just think it's so cute. So, and a lot of these phrases fit on these little Avery tabs. So that was fun. Okay, so moving along. I do not have a day 2 done. I think I was struggling with day 2 for whatever reason. So I need to go back and do a story. I don't know if I'm going to leave this the way it is and add a story here. That's something I need to figure out. So day 3 is about self-care. I grabbed that download from a previous year that Allie Edwards had. Day 4 is sticker day at Dutch Bros. Love sticker day. So day 5 is 2 4x6s, and I also stitched on in red thread one of these transparencies and added a vellum number 5, and you'll see I've got a vellum number 6 on the other side. I can't remember where I got those. Those are from my stash. So day 6, just a little bit about that. And basically just December stuff that's happening right there. 7 and 8, this is done together. We went to Nashville to see the Nutcracker Ballet. First time I got to see that. So that was a lot of fun. And you can see I stamped and embossed the numbers. And I also, again, did the foil on my journaling. I did gold foil on there. So I used this die cut page, and then I also paired it with another page that I just cut. I used this as a template and took one of the pattern papers and cut it. And then I added a pocket with a transparency and those fun gold die cut words. I love those. And I've got just a few more shopping, getting some chocolate truffles at the mall in Nashville, which I always do when I go to Nashville. So, and then in between, there's a transparency with that fun Nutcracker, which I think was from the year before, but it was perfect. And then that was the on the outside of the what do you call it, the program, whatever whatever it's called. So that's just in between those. So that's day 7 and 8. And then day 9 is our bunko group. So that's a lot of fun. And I use this die cut with the circles, which I love. I will be using that again this year. Day 10 is all about my Harry Potter tree. I paired this photo with a tag that you can pull up the transparency to see the tree, and then pull it up again and you can see the journaling underneath there. And then I used those sticker tabs to attach that in my album. So, and then we've got this tag, which I want to say, I don't think this came with the kit. I think I foiled this one. I think I typed that up and foiled it. So day 11, this was taken from Allie Edwards' day 2. I think it was day 2 that she did the inspiration from that. So I did it pretty similar. I think mine opens a different way, but we've got 2 pockets in there. I stamped fa la la, and there's 2 tags with journaling and a photo. Tie that back up. And then on the back side, I've just got a December story and just stuff around here. Like this photo was, I think it was taken before December, but you know, it's all part of the December stories, right? So that's in there. And then we've got day 13, some Christmas shopping. Day 14, I took another one of those 3x8 cards and I embossed and stamped. Did another stamping on that tab right there. There's another one of my puppers on a cozy Saturday morning, just sitting by the tree. My favorite. So this was paired with a larger photo along with the transparency. And then we flip over and I added one of those prompt pages in there that doesn't really go with a specific day, but it kind of does, you know. Day 15 is my hot cocoa bar. I just added some gold stickers on this vellum 4x6 card and stitch them on there. More to keep them on there. I do like the stitching and I like how it looks, but I want to make sure those don't come off. So there's my hot cocoa bar. And then day 16 is a holiday concert, and I also did the same similar thing that Allie did on her in her album. I don't remember which day it was, but that was a lot of fun. Yes. Okay. So day, what are we on? 16 is choir concert, more of those felt numbers. Day 17 is a Christmas party. And you can see on 16, I have these 2 hearts in here. Did I attach those? I may have attached those. Yes, I did. Can't move them. Yeah, they kept moving, so I did staple it right there. We see the 2 hearts, and then I added the journaling on the opposite side. So day 18 and 19, I think this is, or is this just 18? This is just 18. This was inspired by a previous December daily page that Allie did several years ago. Kind of similar, kind of not. But as soon as I saw these Christmas lights, I really wanted to cut this out and do something with it. So I embossed, I've got Merry and Bright, and this was about some new ornaments, and then my new pink flocked tree that I had actually bought the previous year on clearance. I'm a big after Christmas clearance shopper, so I attached that all on this transparency. Super happy with how that came out. That was a lot of fun. You flip on the back. This one doesn't really go with a specific day, but I needed something to fill this side, so I have my little journaling tucked in there, some fun little ornaments my daughter made. Day 19 was a work party. So again, this was inspired by one of Allie's pages, similar. This is one I did in advance because I knew on this day we were going to have a Christmas party. So I've got that. I made a little shaker. I can't remember if she did a shaker. She probably did. That's probably why I did. Shakers, always so much fun. So this is where I am starting to get my unfinished things, right? So here's day 20. I've already got it started. My daughter and I went to the mall and yes, we went to Build-A-Bear and made holiday cinema roll stuffed animals. So I've got little notes to me on what I wanted to do. Like I've got this as a flip up, and then I've got my little notes on what I want on 1, 2, and 3, shopping with my girl, Christmas cinema roll at Build-A-Bear, milkshakes at Oscar Moon in Huntsville, which is so good. Their milkshakes are yummy. And then I have a note to myself to add some sticker paper or journaling on sticker paper on that. And this little flip up I just made with some washi tape. So that's day 20. And then day 21 was just going to be photos around the house. So I need to add some kind of journaling or something right here. This was my tree outside that I did. And just a few things. This makes me kind of sad looking at this. I just pulled out this tree this year and it did not light up. We tried everything. And I've only had it for 2 seasons. I was so bummed. So, not to mention that it wasn't cheap, and for it to only last 2 seasons, I'm really bummed. So, anyway, it's fun to have photos of that. Added in Christmas time is here, transparency. And then this page is one of my absolute favorites too. So again, I take, obviously, as most do, I take a lot of inspiration from Allie's pages and the contributors. She did a page a couple years ago where she did little flip ups and she did the half circle. So I thought, oh, that would be really cute on here. So I took these transparencies and did little flip ups and added the gold little half circle stickers on there. And then I added the little ornament and the day and fun, just fun little embellishments and whatnot. And it was a lot of fun. I love that. I love that page a lot. Day 23 is wrapping paper. Last year was the first year that I actually put a lot of ornaments on everyone's gifts. I got a lot of these ornaments at Target. They were like $3 and $5. And everybody really liked them. They thought it was a lot of fun. So I'm already planning on what I'm doing this year. I used a lot of fun wrapping and bows, and it was fun. I love making cute gifts, wrapping them up cute. So that was fun. And then I used that little bow, and I have my journaling in there, which is tucked just right in between the photos, or in between the photo and this page. And then I've got a little bit of foam tape keeping it from going any further. And then I added the gold lettering on there. So that was a lot of fun. So this is day 24. I took some of the trees. This is one of the trees that I actually embossed and glittered. Those white trees that came, they were an add-on last year, and I did decorate a bunch of them up. Let's see if I can grab some of them. So I didn't really end up using a lot of them, but you can see I did play around. Here's a red version of that. That's vellum, transparency. I think some of these I actually cut with a die cut. This one's done all with washi tape, painted, and a wood star. Here's some more glitter. Oh, I was looking for that glitter. I need to find where that's at. I was needing that for a project for this year. So more stamping. This was a stencil. More stamping and embossing. Yeah, so these were a lot of fun. So I will hang on to these. Maybe they'll make an appearance in a future album. I don't know. So these are what it looked like. The trees looked like before, and then before decorating them up. So who knows? I might use some of those this year. I don't know, but it was fun to play around. Anyway, and then these are some of the other trees that came in the kit. I think those came in the kit. These might have as well. This was cut with the die cut. I think that, yeah, that was last year too. There was a die cut as well. So I've added this. That's 24. I added some journaling. I haven't embellished it or done anything yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this here or add another photo. And then, oh, I see. I had notes to myself. See, these were my notes. You had an idea in your head and you don't have time to finish it. This is a good idea. So I think my idea was to stitch this along the side, or maybe along the side of this one. Actually might look cuter on this one. Another idea I had for this. So I've got the pictures of the doggos in their festive hats and sweaters. Oh, they're such good dogs to put up with me. But I put these in here, but I also had the idea of using these scallop tags. These are one of my absolute favorites. And if you watch my other video, oh, dogs are barking because of the mailman. I grabbed another set of these. I grabbed 2 sets last year, and then I grabbed another set because I just love them so much. But I thought it would be cute to like put their photos on here, and either you could put them in the pockets or have them on a page. I might still do that. I printed both to see what I liked more, but I think I'm leaning towards the tags. So that's Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is very casual at our house, and Christmas Day. So for Christmas Day, I wanted to take this paper. This is one of my absolute favorites from last year, if I can. I love this Mary paper with the gold foil on there. So I wanted to add this transparency with the frame and stitch the 25 on there. I've had that together since the beginning of last season. So I just need to stitch that on there. And then I've got a photo of just hanging out on Christmas morning or afternoon probably with this fun Merry Christmas. I need to figure out what I'm going to do on this side, find another photo, or most likely another piece of patterned paper, because I don't take a ton of photos on Christmas anymore. My kids are older, so I usually like to just capture a big photo of the mess and everything happening. And you can see I've got 2 dogs on the couch and one over there and mess all over the floor and gremlins on the TV, and I love it. It's my favorite. I just love it so much. So need to figure out what to do on the back of that. And then I just have a photo of my house. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. My leg lamp in the window, because it's a major award, you know, gotta have it. So a couple things. I had this from last year that I didn't end up using. So this, again, inspired by Allie, that I put together. So probably not going to use that for this year. I mean last year, but I probably going to put it in my book for this year. Because I really like the concept. So I just got to figure out what I want to use that for. And then a couple things I had put back here, just some little bits and pieces. Thinking I might want to, you know, cut it up and put it somewhere on like a 2x2. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that because everything's pretty much finished in this album and I don't really have anywhere else to put it. So this album is pretty much done. I just need to stitch this 25 on there, figure out something to put on the back, add this on there and figure out what I want to do with those photos. And then need a little bit of journaling here. Need to finish those 2 spots. And then I just need to, let's see, get back here. I need to do day 2. Need to finish. Oh, you know what? Well, no, I can't really use that for day 2 because that's Christmas tags and stuff from Christmas Day. So I need to figure out what I want to do for day 2. And then my album will be finished. And it is so satisfying to have this album done. Like I said, I had most of it done by the beginning of January. So foundation pages, at least for me, are definitely the way to go. So, but with all the new December daily goodies, I wanted to, or with all the new goodies that just came in the mail, I wanted to finish this up so that I can put all of these goodies from last year. These are all some of my containers. I want to be able to put all these away into, you know, with all the rest of my December dailies so that I can put all the new goodies in here and organize for the new year, which December is going to be here before we know it, and trying to savor every moment of it. So that is it for December Daily 2024. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.